Hey, welcome back. Didn't expect you till next week. But hey, let's get this poetry read. This one's written by Mark Johannesson, Ode to Youth Group Road Trips. This is dedicated to any youth worker who's ever taken a multi-day road trip with their students. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a road trip to a youth conference or a missions trip. One 10-day trip was planned, hotels reserved, vans rented, 4 chaperones were recruited, and a route and a schedule were planned. An informational meeting was held for all that were interested in early September. A deadline was named to November 15th. Numerous reminders were given in support of that. 13 students signed up and paid the deposit before the deadline, but Wesley signed up 2 weeks too late. 11 teens fundraised for months, but 2 students' parents wrote checks and paid for the event in full. $1,000 were raised at a bake sale, and $500 was raised at the car wash. $4,000 was donated in response to the service project students did. One donor gave $3,000 to be used for scholarships. With 3 days until the road trip departed, Johnny bailed on the trip because of a soccer camp that he forgot he registered for. With just 12 hours to go, Bridget announced she was fighting a case of mono, but she was cleared to go. On time at 7 in the morning, on a Tuesday in June, 14 persons arrived on time, and they loaded their gear into the vans and trailers. But 2 adults were not to be found anywhere. 2 students had overslept. 50 minutes later, everyone was accounted for. The group was paid over, and the road they went. While on the road, 1 student couldn't hold their lunch in and got car sick. And 2 girls fought over 1 guy. After 17 hours on the road, the group finally arrived at base camp. While at camp, God moved incredibly. 3 students revealed that they now believed in Jesus. 1 student announced that they were considering full-time international missions. You remember those 2 girls who fought over that guy? They offered forgiveness to each other for their brutal behavior, and that guy had no clue. After a 21-hour drive home, yes, it took 4 hours longer to get home, dirt-filled suitcases were taken from the trailers, and parents were hugged. That next Sunday at church, we had testimonies from the trip, and despite all the stress points during the trip, that trip was most definitely worth it. All right, that's it. Come again next week. Be sure to wear your hats. Bye.